Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Qigong practice to help refresh and recharge your energy. We'll begin by leaning your weight into your right leg and stepping out to the left. You wish to keep your knees unlocked, feet straight out in front of you, your tailbone anchored towards the earth, your shoulders relaxed yet back. There's no slumping forward through the chest, and the head is as though it's being held up via a golden cord in the sky. We'll begin this practice by circling through the arms. Try to keep your hips as forward as you can without hurting yourself. Knees remain unlocked for the practice, and keep that alignment with the sky, pulling up the energy of the earth through the feet and pulling down the energy of heaven, so we get this continual circulation of yang qi from the sky and yin qi from the earth. The breathing is just natural in and out through the nose. Now we'll start going in the opposite direction, reaching back, allowing the fingers to extend. And you may notice how you can feel these movements all through the front of the body. And when we were going in the opposite direction, working through the muscle groups in the back of the body, as well as through the shoulders. Draw your hands in front of you and then breathe in and pull your thumbs back as you look over your shoulder. We breathe out to return to center, in to expand and look over your shoulder. There is a slight contracting inward as we come back to center and we relax and soften. And then as we pull the hands back, we expand. And when you pull the thumbs back, we help to open up the meridians in the arms, particularly the yin meridians that run down the inside of the arms, the heart, the lungs, and the pericardium. Now draw your hands to prayer at the chest. Soften through the knees, and we breathe in, and then you'll breathe out to push across the chest. Soften back into center, push out. Both palms are as though they're pushing out in opposite directions. Whenever we're twisting, you want to make sure that your knee follows your hip so that you're not tearing through the knee joints. We're always very careful to be hydrating and lubricating the joints rather than causing them any pain or distress. This is a great form for supporting the kidneys, the spine, and moving through the deep connective tissue of the organs. Allow your hands to come down by your sides, palm facing up. Elbows are tucked in. Fists are very light. There's no squeezing tight. And you'll notice here as I reach out and across, my arm stays at the level of the shoulder and my hips stay forward. So again, we're moving through this dense connective tissue of the abdomen and the waist, and helping to massage and support the organs, including the heart. We're just gently punching out around the level of the shoulder. Feet are firmly connected to the earth. tailbone is anchored, and the movements are considered and measured. Now we'll swap by opening up the palms. Here we release old chi and pull in fresh chi. Sometimes these hand coordination movements can be challenging, so just take your time. If you need to pause and do them over a couple of times, feel free to do so. This is a good metaphor for life. If you feel uncertain, take a moment to pause, and if you can, check again. And then you'll be free to step forward with greater clarity, ease, and grace. Reaching out to grab in fresh chi. Now just gently open up your palms and allow them to come down by your hips. From here, we'll draw the hands onto the thighs. There's no weight in the hands as we slide them down, keeping the tailbone tucked under. We'll come into a form called the wave. Your chin arcs out as we sweep down. And you'll notice here I tuck my tailbone under and we wave the energy up the spine. This is a beautiful form for opening up through the spine, releasing tension and stress, and helping to draw the energy from the lower dantian up through the body. We'll be using this movement in another form a little bit later in this program. So just remember the legs stay strong and tailbone tucks under as we wave up through the spine. Now release your hands and we'll step out into Mabu or horse stance. Make sure your feet are straight out in front of you, knees are generously bent, and the tailbone is anchored. From here, hands at the heart in prayer. You'll slide your left hand up, right hand down, and we'll lean over to the left. And then spiral the arms and come back to center. We breathe in to go up and out to lean. Coming back to center. Breathing in to come up, out to lean, and my face is directed looking into the corner of my elbow. You always want to make sure you take care of the spine and the neck through any of these movements. We'll do 3 rounds for either side. If at any time your legs get tired, you can just pulse yourself back up without locking your knees and have a little rest. You're always going at your own pace for any part of the program. Open the palms and hold Wuji at the lower dantian. We breathe out and turn, palm faces up as the torso turns and we reach in behind. You're breathing out to turn, in to come up, palm turns over, torso turns as we reach in behind. These palm spirals can be quite strong, so you're only going to your own capacity. We're breathing in to scoop in, out to come back to center and turn. In to come up and behind. Out back to center and then turn to your opposite side. These forms are great for the kidneys, which will help to boost your willpower and nourish the anchor or the root of your body. We're going to gather into the lower dantian, and we're using this wave form up the spine again. You're gathering this energy in to fill this lower dantian or reserve of Jing, your essence. Then we draw back up and into the heart and fill up your Qi. The arms are nice and soft. The wrists are relaxed as we gather in. And then we'll move up to the third eye, yin tang, and gather this energy in through the Shen. We fill up these 3 dantians or energy centers with fresh Qi, revitalizing our energy and our essence. Gathering in, sweeping into the belly, pulling this energy in towards you. One last time, and then we'll draw the hands to the lower dantian. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to our basic Wuji stance. Let your arms relax by your side, and then breathe in and draw them up overhead. Breathe out to draw them behind your head and neck, in to push down, out to sweep behind, chin to chest, as we roll down the back of the legs without touching. Breathing in up the inside of the legs and drawing all the way back up overhead. Breathing out to draw down, in to sweep down in front, and out to slide down the back of the legs. Breathing in to come up, and we'll finish this with one more round. This is the small circulation, tracing the energy channels to help disperse stagnant Qi and bring our energy back into perfect harmony and alignment. Breathe out, and this time we'll go into the grand circulation. We're going to trace the outside of the legs. Sweep your arms up to the level of the shoulder and then wave back down. Breathing in, draw your hands up overhead. Breathing out, float down behind your head and neck, in to wash through center, and out down the outside of the legs. Breathing in to float up and out to float down. And we'll continue with one more round. Stagnation is the cause for much illness, disease, and distress. We wish to keep the energy flowing freely through the body, the mind, and the spirit, not only bringing us back into alignment, but restoring inner equanimity. Draw one palm over the other, both face up, and we'll finish with a little practice called the waterfall. Here the hands are nice and low as we draw up about to the level of the third eye, and then the top hand washes down. Both palms will turn again so that they're facing up as we gather up the chi of the earth and wash it down through the body. Breathing in to come up and out to compress the chi down, and the both palms flip to face up. We're aiming for slow and steady. Imagine you're filling up your body with the nourishment and rich nutrients of the earth. Both hands will come to the lower dantian, and you'll draw your left foot back in so that we're back in our standing position of bamboo tree. Take a moment here just to allow your energy to settle and to really receive the benefit of this practice. Thank you always for taking the time to share chi with me. I so appreciate your company. If you're enjoying these programs, please feel free to like, subscribe, and leave me a message, as this will help to keep the chi flow of these programs in circulation.